So this question is something that is always asked or comes up in conversation. I just wanted to answer it. And it's basically about some of the causes and the triggers of eczema and what are they. So you can think maybe it could be about food. That's a very common one. People talk about allergies and things like that. But one thing people don't really talk too much about in enough depth, which I think, is the actual environment that you're in. And what I mean by that is the stress levels that you put yourself through. So there is good stress and there is bad stress. So when I say good stress, it could be something that you're doing which is good, like working, and it could be even a kind of job that you even enjoy, but you push yourself quite hard in it and you go all out in it, and it is good because you're not doing anything harmful per se. However, you are putting stress on the body. And if you don't get a good balance, even though you're doing something good, it can still equate to stress. And then there's bad stress. Bad stress is something, obviously, if there's something negative going on in your life, that kind of thing, then that kind of stress can also elevate the cortisol levels in your body and then create an imbalance inside your body and physically. So even though the stress is from outside, it can physically affect your body, and that can cause an eczema flare up. So you might find that if you are in a stressful position or you're having some kind of incident happening at the time, you may find your hands start to scratch because it relieves the itch. Even this process of itching relieves the stress. Although we do say, there's another question about should we tell people not to itch, but we'll touch on that another time, because that is a common thing to tell people not to scratch when they have eczema, which is just, it doesn't make sense to someone who has it, but we will go through that another time. But I just want to encourage you to think about your stress levels, whether they are good or bad, they are still stress. And this is something I'm saying to myself because I'm that type of driven person who likes to do a lot of things and make a lot of things happen and do this and do that. And maybe you're a busy mom and you've got all the kids and you're trying to work at home at the same time and you've got everything going on around you. And you do need to take some time out and have those moments where you can maybe go for a walk or you can do something enjoyable that you like. For me, as you know, I'm Tonte Dance. I'm always dancing. That is my stress relief. And sometimes if I'm feeling not very well, like in the past, and I've started teaching a class, for the hour that I'm teaching, I feel nothing, except for elation, happiness. That's all I can tell you that I'm feeling. For that hour that I'm teaching a class, that's all I'm feeling. I've completely forgotten about anything, any of the stress. I've completely forgotten about if I felt ill that day or whatever it is. It's very hard to explain. Well, it's not hard to explain. It's just there. But unless you experience it, you go into a class and you really elate yourself, you really let yourself go and be free. That is just one of the ways which you can alleviate stress in your life. But there are many others. It may just be going for a walk. It may be doing some breathing exercises. It may be reading your Bible, prayer. There's so many different ways that you can relieve the stress and do it before the trigger happens. So when you start to feel yourself moving towards that level of stress, you have to look for that warning sign and get in there quick before your stress relief becomes itching. Okay, so that's just my little tip for the day. And I hope it helps someone, and I'll see you on the next one. And also, if you do have any questions that you want me to answer about healing eczema through dance, then do drop me a DM and I will be sure to pop on and do that. All right, bye.